let me ask the artsy interview question, which is, what are viewers going to take away from your work?
From my work,
If
my
I
masterpiece,
need a
my
beret,
2 year,
like a
my
pipe.
2 year extravaganza of filmmaking in Japan. They'll take away a bit of information and a desire to go to Japan. I mean, that's in my and hopefully it refuels a passion to go to the arcades. I mean, that's the end goal for me. I just want people to realize that this exists, and to remember that it existed in our world too. And maybe, I mean, there's places like there's new arcades coming up. There's Insert Coins in Vegas. There's the small mom and pops that are still around.
Hmm.
Arcade UFO in Texas. I mean, there's legitimate arcades that still exist. So I'd love to see their business increase.
It's like the beginning of Tron,
Yeah,
when they're all hanging
exactly.
out in the arcades at Flynn's and
Yeah, it's Flynn's.
having a good time. I would agree with you. I'd love to see the return of arcades, but I always try to describe games to people as they're a lot more like movies now than video games, because people talk about movies. Well, there's like horror movies and kids movies and action films, and
Right.
they're all over the place. Well, video games aren't just like Pac-Man and Donkey Kong anymore. You've got your little like casual games. You've got your arcade games. You've got your multiplayer like shooters. You've got your 5,000-hour RPGs and adventure games. They're all very different.
Absolutely.
So there's room for everything. It's since more and more people are playing games now than they were 30 years ago.
Totally. And in Japan you see that. I mean, the age range is, from young kids right up to 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds. I mean, there's even some 60-year-old people playing DDR for health reasons. Like it's every age group, and there's something for everyone.
I think they're fun in the bar scene. I've been to a few of the barcades.
Yeah.
In New York and Philadelphia, I think have those, and those are fun. Those are just a good time to just grab a few beers and just play with your friends, and it's like you get the social atmosphere combined
Absolutely.
with a little bit of competitive gaming.
Right, which I think is the whole. I mean, that's why gaming has become as popular as it is now. I mean, it's those roots, right? This is where it came from, and the arcade gamers are the ones that took it to the next level. So,
Well, this sounds great. I can't wait to see the finished film, and best of luck to you. When I hear about an hour and a half project anymore, I think, I would never want to do that again. There's a reason I like doing short 5-minute pieces.
yeah,
Lots of different things instead of one larger thing. But there is definitely a sense of pride that you get at the end when you can say, I did this. Here's a crowd of people enjoying it.
It's a labor of love. It's a labor of love for sure.
Well, once again, thank you to Brad Crawford for talking about 100 Yen, the Japanese arcade experience. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Hopefully this summer 2012 or something. It'll be out in the interwebs or theaters or on your iPod talking to you or in the arcades. You should make a video game based on the movie about video games. That'll be your next thing. Everybody else does that.
It's true.
And have it be about as bland and predictable as Popular, where you just play some character that runs around and does things exactly like a bunch of other games, saves the world, gets the girl, and then buys an arcade.
That's the movie in a nutshell.
All right, rock. Well, thank you and best of luck.
Thanks for having me on the show. Appreciate it.